all day, right? Right, everybody? Okay. Everybody on sharing spot, it's not making it. Well, we're here to talk about weather, which is my favorite topic. So let's go. Today in New York City, let's talk about first what's going on here. So we have like a little bit of haze. Okay, let's talk about the tropics. Well, we're going to rotate through this a couple of times, but the tropics are getting a little active. It's been quiet this tropical season in the Atlantic. However, now we're getting into August. We're in August, and August is typically a more active month, and this is when we're starting to see things beginning to brew. So we have a couple of areas that we're watching, which we're going to talk more about as we move along in the stream. But back here at home for a minute, let's take a look at our futurecast, and we'll see that we do have clearer conditions, basically. A lot of that haze is being filtered out. It's retreating back towards Canada. By the way, if you didn't know, there are Canadian wildfires burning. That's why we've seen the haze over the city and the tri-state area. It's been thicker, the haze, up to the north and west. Here in New York City, it's just been a little hazy. So we'll see a great weekend ahead. I mean, can we get a better 7-day than this? I'm not sure. This is my kind of 7-day because I like temperatures between 80 and 90, and this is it. So we'll be at 83 today. We'll be in the 80s right through the weekend, and then we have 90-degree heat as we go into next week. So let's get a little bit more lax. That was my forecast, right? You could heard it a little bit. If anyone has any questions about it, about weather for that matter, about any other thing, I don't know about too many other things, but like this is the weather stream, so let's keep it light. Let's keep it towards the weather, but we can talk. So hello to everybody on Instagram. I see you all chiming in. Thank you for joining. It's been 1.5 years that I've been live on my Instagram page, so this is way new. And then over here on TikTok, we see you too. I got to get more active over here. If you follow me on TikTok, anywhere, by the way, I'm Audrey Pointe. So TikTok, I see you. Follow me on Audrey Pointe. Instagram, if you're watching this live, you're already with me. So welcome. In the studio, we have fabulous producer Matt. We have a whole plethora. Let's applause. Okay. We have Catherine here. We got everybody else. Listen. Special guest in the studio. I have our intern Allison, who you may have seen on my page. If you go, you'll see actually my previous reel is edited with my 2 interns, not just mine. There are weather interns, not just my interns, but they're the weather department. All right, we still have the maps up, I see. Oh, let's talk about the tropics. Okay, so you can see up in the northern Atlantic that, I was gonna say that little blob up there, that is what was Tropical Storm Dexter. It's still, it lost its tropical characteristics, but it's still a formidable storm because its winds at the last observation, Allison, it was 60 miles per hour, I believe, at 11 a.m. Okay, 60 mile per hour winds. So it's still like packing a punch. However, it's not really affecting any land masses, so that's why not many people are paying attention to it. We call that a fish storm in the weather world because it's only affecting the fish. And so things will be ramping up though, because off the coast of Africa, we're watching a couple of waves, and a lot of the weather models are predicting that we could see something happening or brewing or developing by, let's say, 7 to 10 days from now. Accurate? Always accurate. Okay. All right, I see you have a list of questions here. Let's see. Oh, Lord, I don't have my glasses. So I can't see.
Why is the weather so dry all of a sudden?
Why is the weather so dry all of a sudden? Well, we're under the influence of high pressure. Who asked that question? Matthias? Does that say Matthias?
Yeah, Matthias Pollack.
Okay, Matthias. We're under the influence of high pressure. High pressure is good for us. It keeps things dry, calm for the most part. There's other instances where it may not, but that's the overall factor about why we've been so dry lately. So that's good news for us. No major storm systems in sight too for the next several days. So that's pretty good. And I know the weather's been quiet. Allison and I were talking earlier, like, what are we gonna talk about? Although I can talk about weather for, as long as anybody wants me to. However, it is relatively quiet, and let's enjoy it and be grateful, right? We're about to have a fabulous weekend. We had one last weekend. Let's do it because I know the beginning of the summer, we had rain almost every weekend. Was it, how many weekends? It was like 6 or 7 weekends we had, maybe since May. Maybe like a month and a half of rain every weekend, yeah. I don't have those stats with me. Hello, Instagram. Everyone's joining in. Oh my God, Romer the Romer is joined. Okay, that's not weather related, but Romer is big time on, let's say, the Amazon world, reseller world, book selling world. He's also traveling the world. He's got the dream life. He's like traveling and like living off of, being a reseller and just going from country to country. And by the way, I see you, Avery. His name's really Avery. He can dance salsa. Salsa. He's not Latin, so bravo. All right, let's go back to weather. All right. Let's see. What's the next question? Daniel has a question.
Yeah, how bad do you think the hurricane season
How
will be this
bad
year?
do I think the hurricane season will be? What is the prediction? Remember, it's 16 named storms.
Yeah.
Okay, we have 16 named storms. This is by the National Hurricane Center. Their predicted outcome is for 16 named storms. We've up to 4 now in the Atlantic. The Pacific has actually been way more active. We've been quiet in the Atlantic. Really, we've been watching and waiting. We think things are going to start to get active this month. In about 7 to 10 days, it is projected that we're going to see several waves come off the coast of Africa, and they're moving into what we call the MDR. Main Development Region. That's an area or body of water just off the west coast of Africa where the water is unusually warm. It's where the systems kind of grow and blossom. So we have several waves coming off of Africa that are going to go into the MDR and possibly develop into tropical storms. Next name on the list here in the Atlantic is Erin. So we'll wait and see if we get that storm. That would make it the 5th named storm so far. So we'll see how that goes. All right, how's it going, TikTok? How you doing over there? All right, good? Everybody's good? Give me a hearts, or can you do thumbs up on TikTok? Oh my God, I'm showing my age. Should call my teenagers. Can we do thumbs up? There's Allison. Allison, wave hello. You're on the wider shot there.
Ask the question about the cell phone's magnet versus.
Okay, I can't show it because my phone has it right now. Okay,
Right.
but producer Matt, we got into a little bit of debate before starting. You guys can answer this question on Instagram and TikTok here. Okay. The back of the phone, he gave me a stand for my phone that has the magnet, the circle magnet, don't know what it's called, someone can chime in and tell us, to pop my phone up. And I said, that is so last year, Matt, okay, that is so last year because you have to have the suction. I have the suction pad on the back of my phone. That is the new, phone holder. Allison, right? Allison's a senior in
I'm
college.
already retro. Is that what you're saying?
No, you're retro. That's last year. Am I right? Instagram? How about TikTok? Tell me. It's about the suction on the back because you can put it up against the mirror and do the get ready with me's. Maybe this is just the women, I don't know. Some men do it too. But it makes for better video shooting with the selfie cam or the reverse camera. The magnet thing, that doesn't need not apply. It does not apply anymore. Am I right, everybody? Tell me. You guys tell me.
No.
Yeah, you're right.
I am. See,
I think you're right.
Matt.
Wah, wah.
Producer Matt, now we know we're getting him for Christmas. We're getting him one of those suction pads on the back of the iPhone. Okay. Allison goes to University of Albany, by the way, everyone. This is our intern, Allison. There she is. Wave hi, Allison. Okay. She's our weather intern for the summer. How's it going so far?
It's great. I love it.
Show a thumbs up. Is it a thumbs up or a thumbs down?
It's a thumbs up.
Thumbs up, okay. She's also editing my reels. I put that on TikTok. I think Audrey Puente, you can find me on TikTok. I think I put my intern reel there. Instagram, you already have it, so great. Let's see if we have any more questions. Let's see.
Have we passed the warmest part of the summer?
Have we passed the warmest part of the summer? Well, it depends on where you're at, but Catherine, I guess you mean here in the New York City area. We are now in the heat of it, right? August is typically our hottest month. Anyone want to take a guess what the coldest month typically is?
February.
February.
What? Intern Allison doesn't even have it right. No, it's January. January is our coldest month.
That's what I said.
They said February, March. Yeah, that's so funny. All right, folks, let's see what's going on. Any questions on our social medias? You know what? I didn't scroll through, so now I might have missed your questions. We'll have to go to YouTube over here. Should you still be concerned with the air quality? Okay. Here in New York City, it has not been in the unhealthy level, which is why we don't have an air quality alert. It was in the last few days. I think if you're in upstate New York, the Catskills, Poconos, that's where the haze from the wildfires in Canada has developed pollutants in our area, warranting the alert that we did have. Now, we don't have an alert actually in effect today. However, if you do have respiratory issues, you're part of sensitive groups like the elderly, the young, pets, you want to be aware that there is a bit of haze in the air, and that's due to the pollutants because of the smoke. So I've seen folks walking around with those masks in New York City. That's not a bad decision, actually. That's actually a good move. I think it'll get clearer as we go further on into the weekend. Today we don't have an alert, and our air quality was what? Earlier it was 82 earlier? Okay. Yesterday was at 82, I think, around this time, and then I think by the time I did the 10 o'clock news, it was down to about 63. So we're seeing improvement. I think once the sun sets, too, we tend to see any ground ozone actually kind of like filter out, so that will help improve our air quality, too, as we go into the evening. Here's a look at our dew points. This is what's making it feel comfortable. At least this is telling us that it's comfortable. This is a measure of moisture in the atmosphere, and we see readings in the 50s. That's refreshingly dry air that's in place. So it feels good in New York City for a change. It's been steamy lately. And our winds a little breezy today, gusting about 20 miles per hour. Let's see, what other questions do we have here? Will it be a good weekend for the beach? Yes! A resounding yes this weekend. Anywhere, I'm getting applause? That deserves applause, yes. Yes, beach weekends, any beach, pick it. Long Island beaches, Connecticut beaches. My preference actually is the Jersey Shore. Hope no haters, we don't have any haters over here. It's like, I love the Hamptons, I love the Connecticut beaches. I even love the Rockaways too, actually, but I've been out at the Jersey Shore over the last 2 summers, and I'm really liking it because every time I go to a different town. So I'm really just exploring up and down the Jersey Shore for the last. If you follow me on social media, you know, because I'm usually posting about it. Although I haven't been there in a couple of weeks, so I have to get over there. I have a family member I'm taking care of. All right, folks, let's see. Philly is a Fox. Oh, come on. We love the Fox affiliate and Philly TikTok. We love that Fox affiliate. I love Philly too, actually. I'm going to be there quite soon. I have a child that will be attending college there. Okay, so let's see what else is going on. Hello, Instagram. I see a lot of you are joining me. Let's see. We have any questions here? No questions from Instagram. You know what? I haven't scrolled, so I can't even. I'm clearly gonna have to develop some monitoring system here.
Danny asks, how bad will the allergy season be? Did you see that one?
I did not see that.
Yeah, on YouTube.
We're kind of past the allergy season, right? That's really more of a springtime thing. We get another one in the fall, but I haven't had any. We're not even doing the allergy report.
So nothing in August and September?
I haven't to be honest, I have not checked it for today. To be honest, I've been about the air quality lately. But however, I would think the air quality might exacerbate people with allergy issues. So it's a good question, actually. But pollen really isn't a factor right now this time of year. UV index I'm about the UV index. So what does it say? I think it's a 9, or was it an 8? You want to check?
Yes, I can check.
See, this is why we have interns. Can you check the UV index for today? Someone got a number 2 gifter badge on TikTok. I don't know what that means. Does anyone know what that means? No one in the studio knows what that means. Congratulations, though. Congratulations.
I could Google that.
Okay, let's see. What is going to happen? Okay, let's see. Okay, what's the UV index?
An 8.
Oh, UV index is an 8. Okay, so that's high. That means you need to wear your sunscreen, everybody. You should have it in your moisturizer anyway. Oh my God, my hair. It's been like a struggle with the hair this season. It really has. All right, we're back to the tropics on the maps here for anyone who should see the maps. I'm the only one? Okay. So things are brewing in the tropics. Next week, I think we're going to start hearing about storms developing. So let's see how that is. We are live on our Fox5 Weather stream. This is where we get to talk all things weather and then some. And I can help you weather the storms here in the tri-state area and in life. How about that? Does that work? I'm going to turn this into a Q&A, problem-solving weather cast.
A little weather therapy.
Right, we'll do a little weather therapy. It's not just about the weather here. I'm going to help you weather all your storms.
Nice.
There we go. The taglines are being formed as we speak. I'm ready for the housewives. All right, here we go. We have no questions. Is that in Greek?
Yeah, I think it is.
Someone
Is it
sent
Nick
me-
Gregory?
Someone, No way. Someone sent me a question in Greek. I'm sorry. Opa. All right, he sent it to me in Spanish. That's hilarious. Okay. Nick Gregg will be on the air tonight, actually. He's finally back. We'll probably hear all about his Greek adventures.
Yeah, you can rap whenever you want.
And yeah, so be sure to tune in at 5, 6, and 10. Nick Gregg will be back this evening. I'm returning to Dayside, so if you didn't see me at noon or 3, you missed it. But here you are now with me now. And I'm off tomorrow, so I'll catch you over the weekend. Everyone enjoy the weekend. It's going to be fabulous here in the tri-state area, and hopefully the same wherever you are. And thank you for joining us. This will, I guess, will conclude our Fox 5 Weather Stream for today.
Yeah.
I'll see you next time. May all your days be sunny. How's that?
Ah, nice.
How's that worked out? All right, bye everybody. Bye.